Live Paint makes it easy to color artwork based on overlapping areas of objects using swatches found in the Swatches panel. Let's take a look at how easy this is to use. Now, I'm beginning this video with the livepaint.ai file already open on my computer. And you can see that I have some artwork on my computer and they're all filled with black, but I just wanted to show you that they are separate objects. Now, we could, of course, go into isolation mode and select the individual items if we wanted to. We could also use a direct selection tool to do that, but it makes it a little bit of a manual process. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to select all of the artwork in the tent. And I'm going to come over here to my Tools panel, and underneath the Shape Builder tool, you'll find the Live Paint Bucket tool. And by choosing that, you'll notice that when you hover over selected artwork, you'll notice that you get a little tip that says click to make this a live paint group. Now it's only going to do that with selected art. You can see that it doesn't do it over here. So I'm going to go ahead and click to make that a live paint group, and now you can see anywhere that I hover, it is highlighting the different areas. Now let me zoom in so we can see this a little bit better. So you can highlight all these different areas that you want to change the fill. Now, you'll also notice above my cursor, there are 3 swatches. And you may be wondering what the relevance is for those swatches. Well, what it's showing you is the current selected swatch, which is black, of course. But if you look in your swatches panel, you'll notice it's also showing you the previous swatch to the left, which is right here, and the next swatch to the right, which is right here. Now you could, of course, just click on a swatch to make that the active swatch. But what makes this a little bit easier to use is that you can use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard, or even the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard to go from one swatch to the next. So for example, like maybe I'll go to this light brown swatch, and if I click on this portion of the tent, it's going to color that area with that color. And then what I might do is move over a little bit and go to a darker swatch, and then I could apply that to this and maybe to this. And then I'll move over a little bit more to get an even darker swatch and apply that here. Maybe we'll go with an even darker version right there. So with Live Paint and the Live Paint Bucket tool, it makes it really easy for you to modify these elements. Now I'll also point out that if you click and hold, you also have a Live Paint selection tool. And that allows you to just click on an object to select it, so you can change the color that way. And so in this particular example, like you can see that the flag currently has a black border on it, but I could certainly click on that with the Live Paint selection tool, and I can shift click to select multiple areas and then apply another color to that. So you can see now that I've applied the color to those elements. Let's do another example. I'm going to zoom out and we'll select all the artwork for the umbrella. And using the Live Paint Bucket tool, go ahead and click to make it a live paint group. And now what I can do is using some of these colors, these swatches, I can apply the different colors to these elements. Maybe I'll go with an even darker one for the stem of the umbrella. And this one, we actually want to be the same color. And so you can see how easy it is to make these changes. Now, you can leave these elements as a live paint object. You'll notice if you click on these with your selection tool, you get a little bit of a unique appearance that is basically letting you know that this is a live paint group. And if you ever want to expand this artwork so that it behaves as regular art again, you can just go to the Object menu and choose Expand. And it'll ask you what components you want to expand. So I'll just leave all these turned on. We'll hit OK, and now this is back to regular artwork. You can do the same thing over here. Object, Expand, and now these are back to primitive artwork. So I'll just undo a couple of times to get these back to being live paint groups. And I think you could see how easy live paint can be to use. Simply select artwork, convert it to a live paint group, and paint away.